What's up, rail fans? Coming at you from this past weekend from the peach state of Georgia, where I'm here along the CSX Fitzgerald Sub. I'm also visiting here to see Jeremy's family, who recently had their house rebuilt after a pine tree came down and split the old one in half. Of course, they know I love to watch trains in this area, so after our nice little tour the previous day, I'm out here on the tracks on this freezing morning. Boy, it is cold out here. Everywhere along the Fitzgerald sub, track work has been underway, and you see here some new switches yet to be installed. My wait was not long, and approach limited here at the north end for a southbound out of Bedford Park, Illinois, Q025. I wasn't sure how far off the next train was, but really needed to get something to eat. Plus, as I said, it is cold out here today. When I thought I could get away, looking at the signal there, already showing an approach. I wasn't sure how far away this train was, or the fact of where Q025 was, south of me, that is. I'm still trying to figure out who this train is, but while thinking about that, looking way down the hill there, a headlight shows up, and he's no doubt going into the siding. So that means we're going to have a meet. With that train now all the way up into the siding and out of the way of the main, here comes Q125. I did find it interesting that Q125 is following Q025. Though off by one number, these are two separate trains going their own direction. Both trains will head towards Waycross, Georgia, but Q025 will keep on going straight on to Jacksonville, whereas Q125 will hang a left turn and head towards my hometown, Savannah, Georgia. By the way, if you want to know more about CSX train symbols, be sure to check out Danny Harmon's video about such. He's the infamous distant signal on YouTube. Now with both stacked trains heading southward, the light is now clear for that train to come out of the siding. This is local A732 out of Oglethorpe Yard heading towards Junction City. Definitely going to be pick up some more rock with that long line of hoppers in the back, and wasting no time picking up speed. that done, I'm going to grab some breakfast and going to warm my fingers and toes. Plus, we'll hang with Jeremy's family, so I will be back out here tomorrow, and hoping it will be a little warmer. Okay, as promised, I'm back out here again, and boy, it is just as cold. Look at the puddles right there. They're still frozen. But some action is heading my way. I caught this train before, and it always seemed to have power from Canadian National, and this time it didn't disappoint. K420, empty ethanol coming out of Florida, and with 4 engines with neither one alike. But look at that third and fourth one. A Dash 840C and an SD75i. Of course, yet again, I come out here on an empty stomach. I was thinking about grabbing some breakfast, but wouldn't be surprised there would be another train coming up. And it happened to be a familiar train, but a different date. Another Q025. looking as though I was going to be in the clear to grab some breakfast, another train was going to be lined up to follow that intermodal. But I decided to grab it anyway and relocate to a different area. Now here in Montezuma, while getting some warm goodies in my stomach, I wait here for that train to be showing up soon. You might recognize this area if you ever watch videos from Daryl Hill. He shoots from here all the time. But over there to the left, that is Beaver Creek, home of the Great Beaver Creek Duck Race. That race started in 1995, the year after the flood of '94, which heavily damaged the downtown area. But more than 2,000 plastic ducks go in that little river there, splashing its way downstream to see who the winner will be. Okay, with the history lesson out of the way, here comes our next train. I was thinking it was Q125 like last time, but this is K831, an empty phosphate train returning to Florida, with a one-unit wonder in the lead. I'm not sure why I gave chase to this train. Not really a chase, if you say, but it prompted me to go check out another area I haven't seen in a while. However, the race was on. Traveling on Highway 90 going east and now in Byronville, that's K831 right there on that overpass flying overhead. He then calls approach medium at Cotton, telling him to slow down. And then I found out why. A train I thought passed through last night never made it through to begin with. Looking over there to the left-hand side, those are the racks of a very long Q209, so definitely the race is on. But since those racks are on the tail end, I'm not sure if I'll ever get ahead of it. And also the traffic was dragging its feet in several parts. Okay, finally in Cordele, and somehow I made it in front of that train. Where I'm shooting from, however, that is an utter amazement that I will get to later. But here comes our long Q209, almost 14,000 feet long. Wow, that train was a monster. But now, back to what I was talking about before he showed up. Okay, now, when did this get here? Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. The town now has a viewing platform to view the tracks of CSX, Norfolk Southern, and the heart of Georgia. Along the sidewalk here has information plaques on buildings and other historic events in the town, and it spans all the way towards the main street. As for the viewing platform itself, this is remarkable. Equipped with restrooms, power outlets, which is an absolute plus, and not to mention sit-down benches up here so you can watch all the action go by. Not to mention there's a wheelchair ramp for easy accessibility for the disabled. Very nice. Okay, enough about my gawking about this platform because it's downright beautiful. But here comes, once again, K831. While this one going by, I did hear the conductor of Q208 say, "Look good with your markers." No doubt he's at Ross, which is north of me, but I had gotten so disoriented about where Ross was, I'm thinking it's to the south of me, whereas to the north. So by the time I found out where he was heading north, away from me, so he got away. But my wait did pay off, since NS now has a turn across the diamond. This is Hotshot 214. As it made its way across the diamond, I couldn't help notice as it was slowly slowing down. I wasn't sure if track work was going on for them as well, but he was creeping through town, especially as the double track crunches to a single. Well, with nothing else going on, I decided to get back on the road and head back to Oglethorpe, or as the JA Dispatch calls it, Oglethorpe. Go figure. While on the road, the dispatch did chime in talking to local A770 to get rolling, but Q541 was somewhere in the picture, as well as Q126. He's somewhere behind me going the same direction as I am. Now approaching Lily at the Lily double track crossing, Q541 is already here and blocking the road. Luckily, if you look over to the left right there, 2 trucks coming out of that side road, and I'm taking that because that road will take me around the tracks and back onto the main road again. Yay for rail fanning and knowing your back roads. Back in Byronville once again, I decided to take a look around town, and it's not too bad for a town this small. Looking across the track, that is City Hall right there, which is part of the shopping plaza. And even this area will be getting some track improvements. Ballast sitting right over there on the opposite side of the track. And while I'm standing here on the house track, or next to it, I'm now looking up and there's a headlight coming at me. This is Q126 coming from my hometown, Savannah, Georgia. while still trying to figure out where A770 was. Q126 was getting further and further ahead of me, but dispatch did chime in to him, letting him know that another train will be meeting him at Bartlett. So it is on the road for me, and I'm trying my best to catch up with 126. That's the tail end of him right there as I travel west on Highway 90. I did get ahead of him at Oglethorpe Yard, but I noticed I had to turn around because I was low on gas, so gotta fuel that up. So back here in Montezuma. And here at the same spot, the train in question is some loaded coal, N015, heading south. Well, that will wrap it up here. Got some packing to do, and we'll be heading back home later this evening. So, here in Montezuma at milepost A and B 720.0. Thanks for watching. Until the next milepost.